Alright, going live. Hello, hello, hello. Well, let's get ready for a playthrough of some Endzone A World Apart. Celebrating the announcement of Endzone 2, which will be coming out, I don't know when, but they did announce that there will be a new one, and looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be a kind of a different game, but anyways, this is the first one. So we'll go ahead and start up a new game. I've played this game plenty, but we'll do just a little scenario for now. And let's see, decide which one we want to do. I think maybe should we do some of the DLCs? Some Future Without Sunshine. No, I haven't played this one yet. I've only done half the scenarios. Here, the dilapidated structures in the Endzone provide for a long-term supply of raw materials. Stockpile supply. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna take forever. A research utensil and enlarging the selection of food offered. Build a kitchen, build greenhouses. Oh boy. Let's, I don't know, maybe we'll do the drought one? Decisions. Small, comfortable houses. Boy. You know what, let's do Bleak Times. I've started this one before, but I haven't played it for very long. But we'll try it. We'll try it. Actually, no. You know what? I want a chill start. That one is I mean, you start in a whole disaster already. So let's go with, you know what? We're just gonna do one that I've done before. This is I believe the very first one in the main download or the main game. Alright, so the bet: you've let yourself get talked into a daring wager with Arthur Sauchin, your old friend and mentor. I don't know how to say his last name. In the course of a cozy evening at the local pub, you've betted on who can get their hands on the most species of plants in the form of seeds from unexplored ruins. And the next day, the two of you set off to start up new outposts, each with a troop of settlers and some supplies. The race begins. Alright. We shall begin the race.
Say there, youngster, did I wake you up? We found a fitting site, and we're in the process of setting everything up. I thought I'd give you a little head start to make things more interesting.
Oh, little head start. How kind of you. Yeah, let's build ourselves a new home.
Since I'm dead sure of what I'm doing, I'm going to just put my feet up for a moment and read a bit. Until you've, let's say, found the first 4 seeds. Until then, I won't even start to believe that you've got it in you to be serious competition for me.
Wow. Arthur seems quite full of himself. Obviously. He thinks he's gonna win. Well, this is a really good start, actually. We got two sources of water right there, which is awesome. We got a good amount of scrap piles. That's kind of your generic, collect and build everything from it. You got scrap and wood. That's your main resources. You can build other stuff later on as time goes on, but being next to water is huge, because not only do you need water, but you can you can use the water to fish in as well, and that's a nice, easy kind of stockpiling of food that you can do. It takes quite a lot to grow crops and stuff, and it's dependent on the weather and all that other stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with this start. This is really cool. Looks like we've got 15 people, 10 adults, 5 children. Children can't do any work really. They can move, I think, some food and water, as you can see. Those bars are how old they are, so they'll grow up into adults and be able to actually do some work. Nobody eats for free around here. I mean, unless you're a kid, I guess. I guess that's fair. So let's get some generic tasks going. We'll just go ahead and gather everything from over here. That'll put all of our people to work. And here we have the work screen where you can assign people to specific jobs. We'll need builders first, obviously, and then to build, things like the water and the water systems and the fishing huts and whatnot. And then we'll get people collecting some scrap. So let's do it. You can see them all. Okay, well, half of them getting started. I don't know what they're doing, but okay, you guys are just standing there. Cool. That's great. It's just what I wanted. You know what? Let's go ahead and we're gonna need water. We got plenty of water around, obviously. So where do we want the water tower? Oh, whoops! It's not a water tower. We can't afford that. All sorts of fancy stuff, plastic and charcoal. No, we don't have that. This is about what we can afford right now. So I guess for the time being, let's go ahead and put it kind of next to the bus. That's kind of the main place for everybody is the bus. Just do it right here. This when you start, it's kind of the main hub. That's where everything's stored. That's where everybody hangs out. And the bus, I mean, it stays very central to the whole community, the entire game. But oh boy, look at all that radiation. Well, let's go ahead and clean all that up, I guess, or at least some of it. At least we didn't have any on this side. That's nice. So we got some out there though in the water and some here, so we're going to have to be careful where we put our fish huts at. Oh, you know what I need to do actually is put it on pause that. Oh, where is it? There's a blueprint mode that we can put on, and I don't recall where is it. Maybe it's when I build. Yeah, there we go. That's planning mode. Yeah, I like to turn that on because it just makes everything a whole lot easier. That's for sure. You can kind of place buildings without having to use the resources. They won't actually start building it. That way you can plan out where you want things. And design stuff kind of in bulk. It's quite nice. Is that gonna be? Yeah. Then you see the circles of the area of effect are on the fishing hut, and if you put certain resources too close together, then like if this one's in the other one's circle, then they have reduced efficiency. So we might be. Yeah, I don't know. Probably have to go down here with that one. But we'll wait. We got the cistern. Oh, I need to assign a couple builders, I guess. So we'll get them building the cistern, and we'll go ahead and build a jetty right here, and then one over here. And then we can have workers from the cistern. We'll go to the jetty. They'll pick up water. They'll take it back, and they'll store it. And that's basically, true for all the resources. Just depends on what you're doing. But that's not that unique to this game. It's something that obviously is pretty common, the kind of the supply chain logistics, right? So one thing I've found that's really helpful in this game is to always try and have more people than you need doing jobs, and that's actually what makes this game really hard as it goes on. Balancing that, you want to have several people as just settlers because of how the kind of the work shifts work in production buildings. So there will be like, you know, people will work for a shift, but they don't just work in that building. They'll rotate around and they'll do different things a lot of times, and so they'll end up working in another building, and then you have somebody else coming onto the shift who's like just hanging out. And if you don't have extra people built up, then there's nobody to immediately take that job, and you'll have to wait for somebody to get off from another job in order to do that job, if that makes sense. So the cistern's almost built. That's good. As you can see, we have nobody working it, but we'll get that jetty built too. We'll get a few people to be water carriers. And of course that big red question mark means that there's nothing nearby to collect the resource. But of course we're building that right now, so soon, very soon, we will have that. Looks like there's some bigger scrap piles here too, so we'll need to build our scrap collecting machine. Now let's turn the radiation off, that's getting annoying. Unfortunately, we did not get very lucky with a lot of scrap around. I was excited at first. Well, there's a big pile, I guess. I'll have to put it down here, maybe. I was excited because we had a fair amount near us, but yeah. Not as much as it is needed. You need a lot of scrap and a lot of wood. And one of the hardest things in this is the logistics of the supply chain. So, for instance, you know, we're going to put down I'll show you here, a scrap yard. We're going to need to put one of these down in order to collect scraps. And you can collect these little piles, you know, from people. We had some of them down here that people had collected, like that one. They can probably collect by hand, but other than that, you need a scrap yard. And then you're going to need to recycle that scrap into different goods and products to build stuff and make other things, obviously. But when you place it, they have to go from the house to work, you know, to the scrapyard, say, and then when you need the resources, they need to transfer it from the scrapyard to wherever you need it at. So whatever, you know, other production buildings it needs to go to. So that's one of the difficulties, definitely, is trying to, you know, every step of the process takes time and takes, you know, workers and all that good stuff. So and then of course big key is to increase your morale, because then you'll get these boosts over here, contentedness, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, you'll have higher reproduction, then you'll have efficiency, then faster movers. We'll get some roads built too, that'll help with the movement as well. I guess the scrapyard's gonna have to go down here, because there's some up here, but really, I mean, this is kind of a big bulk area, so we can do that. And I know they do have like what do they call them? There's like a warehouse, yeah, warehouses that you can use, but you need extra workers for that too. So when you're first getting started, that's like not possible. I mean, you're just gonna have the basic buildings that you need, and you're gonna have, you know, the people that work in them, because doing like whole supply chain people that are just, you know, logistics runners, basically, like that's definitely later. All right, so we've got some water coming in already. What do we have? 2 people working there. We'll have some people working as a fishery soon. We'll move this. Yeah, there's some stuff they can just try and get our people to get as much stuff nearby as possible without having to build any special production buildings. Build up that scrap and that wood as much as possible, so you can kind of you know, build some things without having to wait forever. And that being said, we're going to go ahead and have we'll do gather plants. So all those plants you see, some of them are herbs, some of them are edible. As you can see, the kind of I don't know, steak and a chicken leg and then a plant looking thing, you know. The one on the left is herbs, so there's 50 herbs, and there's 240 food on the right there, and that's, I mean, food, obviously, people eat it, and then the herbs will help against radiation sickness, and if they get sick with other things too, you can, as the game goes on, there's like plagues and stuff that happen, kind of, or outbreaks, I suppose, but we'll start that, and then we will also, well, we'll have them gather wood there in a minute. We'll try and get all the edible stuff and all the herbs that we can cleared out. Then we'll clear out that wooded area and put the scrapyard there. And there we go. So you see how, also, you know, your people have limited carrying capacity. So like when you build a new building, or even when they're carrying the water and stuff, they, you know, only carry a certain amount. So it definitely has a lot of things to take into account. And supposedly you can have extra builders, and if there's nothing to build, they will go and do other tasks. Sometimes it kind of seems to bug out though, it doesn't work, so I like to leave just extra settlers whenever possible. But it's hard, it becomes a balancing act, because as you can see here, we have tools, we have radiation protection. Both of those we only have a finite number of, and we're going to have to start producing some right away. Tools they use to do everything, so building stuff, you know, shoveling up the radiation, clearing that away, all that stuff. They use tools for everything, so yep, we're going to have to start making those soon. This is one of those games that you just are always behind. There's no getting ahead in this game. As soon as I start, I feel like I'm already behind. We're gonna need housing and shelters too, because one, it makes everybody happier, and two, of course, can't be making babies if everybody's out in the open, right? You gotta have a house for that. So one thing too is when you build houses, there's like beauty, and it affects how much the desirability of the house, you know. And if you put houses right next to like production buildings, it usually lowers it, so people don't want to stay there as much, or they don't like it as much, and they get a little demoralized. So it's another tricky thing to kind of do sections, I guess. We'll kind of do some districts. We might put a few houses here. Ideally, probably gonna put a few up here, but then they have to walk a long way to get to work and stuff, so it's, you know, we probably won't put any down here. We'll just have the scrapyard workers walk a ways to get to work. We'll put in some paths to make it quicker, and hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully that'll work. Let's see, let's get building some houses so that we can get people making babies, and get people happy, and get them sheltered. Let's do... Okay. So you see there's, I'm placing local attractiveness, which is kind of the desirability. We'll put in some roads. I like to do kind of double roads. I played around with this in one of my recent playthroughs. I'd never really thought about it before, but played around with double roads and triple roads sometimes, and it does seem to kind of help. If you put a road kind of around the bus here, then it does seem to make things a little quicker. What should I do? Oh. Of course, a nice thing to do is put up some decorations. around the houses and stuff. It helps the beauty, helps people feel like they're living in a lovely home in a suburb instead of a post-apocalyptic wasteland fighting for their lives. Which is, of course, what they're doing. Alright, how's this going? So 50, 200, okay. Well, we might have to just switch this to an everything, I think. We'll just switch this to gathering everything. And then they'll gather the herbs and the food as well that way, but they'll start gathering the wood because we're going to be needing that. Sometimes when you do this, you know, they'll take out all the woods and then they take out all the trees, and that's where the herbs and the food are growing, and so sometimes you'll lose out on that. So we're trying not to, but we shall see what happens. This is also one of those games that I very much hesitate to fast forward at all. There's certain times where I will, but generally speaking I don't, because it's one of those where you just, one little thing goes wrong or gets out of whack and all of a sudden it just snowballs real quick. Alright, and as you can see, wow, they are quick at that. Alright, even Hugo moved into the first house. They already got 3 babies going. Or that could be, nope. It's not. That's not those children. We have 2 children who've grown up too. We have a few more on the way already, so that's good. We're getting our population up. Yet another thing that you really have to balance in this game. This game is all about balance. And yeah, your population is definitely a big thing that you need to balance. If you just build houses willy-nilly, basically, then you'll end up with way too many people. You won't have the means to support them. So it's constantly balancing having enough of a workforce, having some extra people, but also progressing, but also having the means to support all of them with food and water and such. As you can see, there's the option to build a shelter, and that nobody can reproduce in there. It's basically the point. It'll help mitigate the growth rate from the houses. So I'll put in a little road there, which will go down. This will go down too, I suppose. This. Then up here we'll put, I don't know, maybe some more houses. We'll put down some decorations very soon. Hopefully they'll have this cleared out real quick. Actually, you know what I could do? We can kind of double up on this. We can tell them to gather plants and gather all the resources. We have 6 settlers, so that'll be fine. One thing also, the rain will come, so it's uncontaminated right now, which is nice. If you can get uncontaminated rain, it'll help wash away your radiated areas. And if you go in those areas too much or build in them too often and don't have the right protection, then people will get radiation sickness, of course. So down to 12 tools, still have plenty of radiation protection, which is good. We got kind of lucky with the RNG for the radiation. It wasn't too bad. It's not terrible. Whoops, I did not mean to upgrade that. I actually meant to switch the building. But that's fine. That's fine. Actually, we'll leave it in that order. Has no prioritized road building, but it's fine. I mean, I need to upgrade the camper anyways, or the bus. And truly, it's kind of better done sooner than later. Because I've done playthroughs where I completely forget about it, basically. And I That's not good, because you need it for building confidence, storing up extra things, yada yada yada, and yeah, you get a long ways and you figure out that you forgot to upgrade the bus, and kind of puts you behind a bit. So as soon as they're done clearing out here, we'll build a scrapyard, which will help us collect these big piles, all this stuff, and then we'll set up some recyclers in which to use that scrap. We can actually probably start setting up some recyclers right now, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do at least one. You don't want to... Recyclers you can definitely get, well, all the production buildings, but definitely recyclers you can get kind of overwhelmed. You can get too many going really easily, and on the other hand you can get not enough going. I found the best thing to do is you start out kind of slow, less than you think you need, and then you can switch their resources that they produce. You can see a cloth, metal, plastic. We can research and end up doing like electronics and some things like that, but I like to just do this and then try and stockpile kind of. So I'll have somebody just work on cloth for a long time. I might build a second one here soon, we'll see. But actually, as I say that, I'm going to switch to metal because we are running out of tools quicker than radiation protection. Because we haven't had any new births yet, so basically you get one piece of protective clothing per adult or child per like population, but babies do not count for that. So oh wait, now that I say that, that's actually no, those are children. Okay, I always thought those were babies. Those are the same children earlier. Okay, see, learn something new every time. Tools, however, will be used by just people that are adults that are needing them for professions. So I guess we'll go ahead and just do one more house so that everybody, well, we're gonna need two more. I'd like to put one there, but it's fine. Just do one up here too. Oops, that's not where that goes. Much better. So that should give us shelter for everybody. That'll make them happy. As you can see, we're in the middle. They're now almost happy, which will be good. Oh, let's get somebody on recycling. And the other thing you have to watch out for is the day-night cycle, at least for a while. So at nighttime, production buildings their rate is halved, so you only produce, half the amount of fish, half the amount of whatever you're recycling. So I love this game. It's like simple in a way, but very complex in another. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's games that are more complex. There's games that are more simple. I don't know. I think it's a good balance, though. It's difficult without being aggravating. Sometimes. Most times. So I'll take a look at our resources and see how we've been doing as far as consumption and production. So that's good. We're producing more food than we're consuming, except for so far this month, or season, whatever. And same with beverages. So I think that's because we're still in the middle of that, so it hasn't Season 3 has not finished, and so that's why it's a little bit off there. But overall, we're producing more than we're consuming, and that is kind of the main goal there. That is, if you can keep that in balance, you'll have a much happier time. Close these down. I am stoked about the water, though. Very excited about that. And then we have these mountains, which aren't too far away, which will help us with mining later on. So, you know, could have been a little more scrap, but overall, really not a bad start at all. That's pretty good. We have a bunch of scrap up there and over there too, so perhaps we will, you know, as it goes on, that's where we'll kind of expand to. This would be, well, I guess kind of to the south and then to the east, it looks like. I mean, there aren't actually like cardinal directions in this game, so it's just the mini map up in the corner with up and down and left and right. And yep. Okay. Oh, we have had another birth, so somebody's gonna be homeless. Sorry. Let's see, we should have, yeah, alright. We're gonna make some metal. But none too fast, because none is even made yet. But we are gonna need to get that scrap collector in like soon, because we are almost out of scrap. We're gonna be needing scrap to make metal. We're gonna need scrap to make a scrap collector, so let's make sure we 22, okay. That is fine. I'll try and kind of lose as little as possible. I think that might be okay. We'll do that. Get that going right away. We'll add another builder. Let's go ahead and add another food and water. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Get our settlers a little happier. So that'll give us a higher rate of reproduction, which is a blessing and a curse. And obviously that means there's more workforce quicker, but you know, you gotta balance out, like I said before. Really, what's really great is when you get into the tier 2 and 3 upping on this last one. You obviously don't want them discontent, because then things take longer. But the higher reproduction is good, but higher efficiency with longer lives and the higher speed of movement with much longer lives is really good. I mean, obviously that's why it's at the end, but you really can see a drastic difference. The birth rate, I mean, it helps some, you can kind of tell, but there's a big difference once you get to the like the efficiency and the movement speed. So that's of course the main goal. Have everybody fight for survival and build all the things, but be happy at the same time and not get sick, but have food. Yeah, totally easy. It's fine. No problem at all. All 15 of us can do that. No problem. Hopefully there'll be some babies soon. Still the 2 children. That should be close. That threw me off earlier. I thought that we had three more that were getting ready, so guess not. This is coming along. Oh boy. We haven't cleared the building area yet, huh? Okay. I also need to get this scrap pile out of the way to really make our roads like I want to make them. Make it nice and straight, but I guess I can kind of come off that, where that'll go. Sure. No. Can we get... okay. That'll be fine. Obviously, it's good to make things kind of make nice long straight roads if you can. I mean, that's kind of the quickest way, obviously, if they don't have to make all those turns. We make zigzag roads, people take zigzag time. Something there later, maybe a well or something that'll feed that cistern. Yeah. One thing also of note is you see the on buildings they have the oh, what am I trying to say? Like there's like a front door kind of area, a path. There's like one block in front of each these green things. You can build roads on those, but you can't place anything there. So they're kind of the entrance to the building, I guess. Entrance, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. It's a tough one. So you can see how long it takes the construction workers, the building crew, whatever you want to call them, just to get over here. This is going to be not great for having to get scrap. That is definitely quite a distance. But what we can do is we'll try and clear up this stuff first. That is one of the very nice features of this game, is that you can move the work area of various production buildings. Not all, because some of them doesn't matter, but anything that like gathers resources and things like that, like even the cisterns, you can move the area where you get the water from. Wow, they barely got the building area cleared, huh? Okay, well. Hopefully they hurry up a bit on that, because we're definitely going to get kind of stun locked if we don't have any scrap. Go ahead and we can have 4, right? Yeah, so do that. Bump down. Stockpiling a good amount of food and water. You always want to be going up, obviously, but one big thing in this game is they'll have a drought season, so the lakes will dry up, and the water sources and everything will dry out, your crops will all die and stuff like that, so you need to definitely have stockpiles for when those come. Otherwise, you know, because you won't be able to gather any of those resources. You can still do like hunting lodges and stuff, but obviously if these lakes dry up, there goes their water, there goes their fish. And fish is the only food we have right now, aside from some random berries and mushrooms that we've picked, you know, and foraged, but it's the only sort of constant supply of food right now. We will build a hunting lodge too, though. And then eventually we'll do some crops. Sometimes, depending on kind of your location, and the kind of the luck of the draw for, you know, your spawn place, it is good to make some farms right away. Sometimes that's more beneficial. But with two lakes here, ponds, whatever you want to call them, 2 bodies of water, I think fishing is a good idea. Let's see if that radiation kind of went away a little bit, which is nice, from that rain. As you can see, it looks like there's probably some uncontaminated rain there going on. Yep, look at it move. There we go. Some more rain. That was perfect. That's what we need. Clearing up some more of that radiation. Of course, if it's on land, we can have our people dig it out like we did at the beginning, but if it's in the water, you have to rely on the rain as far as I know. Otherwise, you will, if we put a fishery right here, we will, or even a jetty, we'll get contaminated resources. So you'll end up getting fish or water that has radiation contamination, which obviously as people eat it, it affects them and contaminates them and then kills them. And that's not good. More people killed, less people to work. So, not a good thing. Looks like nobody has gotten quite busy yet, but I guess they need some time. Love takes time, right? Don't they know we don't have time for that? One funny thing too about this game is that there seems to kind of be waves or surges or kind of different, I don't know, steps, I guess. Like this first bit, you're kind of locked at 15 people. Obviously, you have the 5 kids that grow up, but it takes a little while to get people procreating and get new settlers. So you're kind of are stuck for a little while with what you got. Oh man, I ended up building 2 of the same house. That's okay. I usually try not to do that just because of, aesthetics. It doesn't look quite as nice. Let's build one of those ones there. So we still have 2 homeless people. We can go ahead and do that. Make sure everybody has a house. Although, of course, we'll still have one. Jules will be homeless as soon as he or she grows up. He, I guess, maybe. Oh, man. Alright. I mean, not too bad. Wood's kind of the longest thing usually. Scrap I can carry more of. It's heavier, I guess. As you can see, let's see. Inventory. So this guy's carrying 14 scrap at a time. Or this gal, I suppose. And that is, well, that's enough to finish us off. So once she gets that there, they can start building. Which is very good, because we will need it to keep on making this metal, because the next plan, I suppose, is to build a workshop to build tools, and we're going to need metal for that. As you can see, we're going to need 12 metal just for that. And then in order to build the tools, we're going to need either scrap or metal, depending on what kind of tools we want to make. So we need more scrap too, obviously. Hence the scrap collector. Alright, getting built. Very good, very good. Let's go ahead and get some people on scrap collecting right away. And hopefully they take out. You know what? I'm gonna actually. Can I move this so that just that? Yes. Oh, barely. Alright. Now they will get rid of the scrap pile first, because there's no way to like prioritize. If you just have a big area, I don't know how it decides what they get, but sometimes it doesn't seem to make any sense. So there's always that. What we'll also do here is end up doing a double row of houses. I usually kind of do like 4 houses doubled up, so like 8 houses together. But I'm trying some different things this time. Why not? 5 more on that. Why is there only like one worker right now? See, this is what I was saying earlier about shifts. There's 3 people that work here, but as you can see, only one is actually working at the moment. Oh, so Leanne, she was the next shift, I guess. So, there we go. Now we get Francesco too. If we could just get that stupid thing out of the way, that would be very nice. Let's see, I don't think I can. No, I was gonna try and fit a cabin there, but that's not gonna work. Maybe I can fit one this way, I guess. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Not the most desirability for a cabin place there, but you know what? It is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers, as they say, right? Why are you guys going to the scrap piles? I don't. Okay. See, this is what I mean. They're not even in the work area right now. Oh, yeah, there's 5 more to get out of there. Come on. In case you couldn't tell, that one scrap pile's really bugging me. Just killing the whole aesthetic. Alright. Well, I guess if, you know what, they're going there anyways, so let's just put all that, encompass all of that. Maybe we'll start, let's see, we got 40, okay, good. Build up a few more metal. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second recycler. And that one can start building up some cloth. And we have well, not enough scrap. Might put some houses down here as well, actually. And we could put like a lumber camp in the scrapyard, and that way at least those people can live there. They don't have to be, don't have to go quite as far. We're gonna need another refiner. Alright, we do have one homeless person. Oh, there we go, finally. Yeah. There we go, we have some babies coming. Very nice. Excellent, thank you. Okay. So now, let's see, can we... No, it doesn't matter how you put it, it's gonna be... Okay. In the way, so that's fine. Build a road there though, because them just making this little detour is just filling all sorts of time. Quite obnoxious. And that's fine, we can put some decorations here, help the housing out. We can always leave room for power poles for later on as well. We gotta plan ahead for that, because eventually we'll get electricity. And then probably a well also to help support this cistern at some point when we upgrade it, or maybe not. So I want to start planning of where we can put. Actually, I think I just decided where we can put the. What are they called? Those things. You know those things. A workshop and a tailor shop. There we go. That's what they're called. Yeah, as you can see, drought's coming, giving us the notification. It does give you a few seasons of notification, which is very nice. Great. Contaminated rain. Hopefully it just... yeah, it's not too big. Push on through. Don't contaminate anything. And you can see here this the soil moisture meter. You know, all this, there's dry to kind of moist and then wet, and that's, you know, what makes farming really difficult. If you're not set up, they do have things. There's like the irrigation plant, which constantly produces water, so, you know, irrigates crops and stuff, or a well or whatever, but it takes a lot to get there. It's a lot of plastic and dirty plastic, so. Clearing out some area. Scrap piles. Good. Alright, so now we're going to start doing a little bit of planning. Whoops, not a recycler. We will put these on the same kind of road because they're the same size, the tailor shop and the tool shop, the workshop. So we'll put those there, put a road coming up. So it's quicker to transfer everything there. Perhaps it'd be smart to put a warehouse over here with scrap as we get a little more settled. Because then we can just have piles of it ready to go for this little area. It's all taking scrap. Since our collector is way over here, or scrap yard rather, but we'll be collecting people way over there. So let's go ahead and keep going with some housing. Try and get them lined up. There we go. I'm gonna switch. Yeah, we'll do that one. There we go, 3 for now. And do a road in front of those as well. So we have kind of our suburbia starting, I guess, as much as it can be in this game. Let's connect those two. I guess we'll keep this one kind of a double path because it'll be kind of our main thoroughfare, if you will. And this one might be as well, because then as we branch out, we can start branching out kind of this way. There's a lot of kind of open space. There's obviously trees and such, but there's not, you know, there's those couple mountains there, but not a lot of scrap, not a lot of stuff in our way. So that might be kind of the logical way to spread out here. And how old are... okay. Kids still have a long time to grow up, so... The beginning like this is it's a really good time to just try and stockpile, get ahead of the game before you're behind. Of course now we're gonna have a kid, so that radiation protection's going down, our clothing and our protective gear. So we are starting on those cloth, which is good. And I think, I think for the time being, I'm gonna keep this one at producing metal and this one at cloth, and we'll just kind of try and stockpile. And I still think we'll probably need the workshop first, because people are actually using tools and breaking them. They're doing pretty good with the clothing. We'll need to do logging place and a charcoal burner. Carbon burner. Oh boy. Charcoal kiln, Forester's Lodge. Whatever. You know what I mean. Words are words. You knew what I was saying. And now, as you can see, we're already kind of starting to get a bottleneck in a sense, as far as like the scrap. We're already needing lots more than we have, and some of that you can see it's some reserved, so it's going to be it's already planning to go to these different places for production. Sometimes it's planning to get moved. And actually, I think maybe, once this batch is finished up and this worker shift is over, I think we'll close that recycler down for a few minutes, just to try and get caught up on scrap again. I mean that, and I probably could move that work area a little closer to the scrapyard. Might help. Scrap. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say to build this. You can just take the next 3 scrap that they find and put it over there. Hopefully they have some in their hands. No, they're going to work. Ugh, gotta go clock in. Why don't you grab scrap on your way to clocking in? Why don't you work before you're supposed to be working? Shouldn't just work when I pay you for it. That's not team mentality, guys. Come on. We're all in this together. You should just always be working. Alright, let's check our production again. Okay, okay, so we're pretty high on water and food. We are not doing quite as well, so let's see. Let's go ahead and go down to 1 water carrier for fishermen. Once the 2 builders are done with that, I think we'll take them out. Oh, did this? I let it go too long, didn't I? Alright, Hugo, work a shift, and then we'll stop that for a minute. Although maybe not. You know what? We might actually be doing okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swap him over to cloth when he's done. Because we have enough for right now to build the workshop and get started on some production. I try and just produce metal tools just from the get-go. So you can do scrap tools, metal tools. The scrap ones don't last as long. And they will also usually take metal tools if there's metal tools versus scrap tool. Like if you have both in stock, they'll usually try and take metal. And you need metal for like expeditions and stuff later. So I just try and I don't even bother with scrap unless I have to. It's kind of a last resort thing. No more contaminated rain. Come on, no. Alright, so I think we'll try and do forestry up here. Let them get a little bit more of that. Let's shift to get these finished up. I'd like this out of there so that we can set up forestry and charcoal kiln up there. And yep, we cannot get these guys built quick enough. Still need more cloth to be made. We're going to continue to need cloth. That is the nice thing though, that I mean, the workshop, if you do need to make scrap tools, you don't have to produce anything from the recycler. For the tailor shop, for your protective clothing, you have to. It doesn't matter. There's 3 different levels here, but this takes cloth, that takes cloth and carbon, and that takes like cloth and carbon or charcoal and wood, I think, or plastic also. Plastic. This one might take wood. I don't recall. I feel like one of them takes wood for some reason. Maybe it's the workshop. I don't know. But those roads look like they were getting built as well, maybe. Finishing up on the roads. That would be nice. I always leave that menu. A lot of the overlay menus open actually. So sorry if it bugs anybody. I'll try and keep closing it to keep a nice big view of what's going on. We have 15, so one more can become an adult. We have room right here, I think, for one more, and then we'll need to build some more houses, but boy, oh boy. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those games you gotta decide fairly quickly and get all your people on. I mean, you can pause time, of course, to like plan it out, but you know, right away you want to get people going and doing stuff. Because time is just, it's against you the whole time. We'll start to build in our little footpath highways, get people going quicker everywhere, which they are doing fairly well there. I mean, this is the thing that's killing us, really. All this stuff is doing just fine. Down to 4. We're definitely gonna need to build that first. And just, I guess we're just gonna go with basic neck scarf protection, because that's what we'll have. So that's what they'll get. Yeah, no. Beggars can't be choosers. But we don't want to run out before we have more bodies and more children. It's bad to be behind on those. To get that going, put in the Forester's Lodge and the charcoal kiln, and then that'll get us going so that we can make some advanced carbon masks, which will last much longer, do a much better job protecting. And then I like to pair the forester's lodge with an herbal hut and a forager's, what's it called? A gatherer's cabin. So they will get all these herbs and berries and mushrooms and other edible food, respectively, out in the forested areas. That's where they grow. So if you're gonna put in a forester's lodge, you're gonna be planting forests. Might as well get everything that comes out of them, you know. Okay, we have got 12 cloth, so let's do it. Straight away, just build that. We're now doing a little better on the scraps and whatnot. Go ahead and bump one more person to carrying water so we can prepare for that drought. We basically want to make sure that we have whatever we're using in one season, we want to make sure that we have extra and available. So right now it looks like we're at whatever 516 last season, so we'll probably be whatever 550, 600, something like that for this season. So we want to make sure that we have that stored, at least that in here. Because there's a little bit of a delay also, so the drought, you know, everything will dry up and then it won't be immediate that you're able to get water into the next season. It's pretty quick, but there is a delay, so I try and leave a little extra buffer there. The other thing you can do, of course, is build a well as well. So a well will keep you... I made that just barely won't fit. A well will provide water no matter what, and it'll provide clean water no matter what. You do have to have a well keeper, so it's another position, but it is pretty cheap to make. And that it doesn't produce much at all, but that will help kind of alleviate, you know, some of the drought issues. You can of course build multiple wells too, so we could, you know, you can always build like a whatever, and then kind of surround it by wells, or have its, you know, work area be a bunch of wells. Scrap and 12 cloth, is that it? That's all that's left. Okay, good. Excellent. So Lucy here will finish up the resources for that, get it built, and then we can have somebody making... knock it down to one builder and put that person as a tailor. Tailors and workshops, you can have 2 people on shift instead of like the recycler, which is just one, or rather 2 people working. I don't think they work at the same, I guess they would work at the same time, I don't know. Anyways, they can have 2 employees instead of just the one of the recyclers. That was the point. Maybe we can try and build some cheap decorations here. I do have some extra ones here because of some DLCs and stuff. But let's see. How about a scrap tree? Maybe be okay, or a tree bench. Ooh, we have more wood. Let's do a tree bench. Try and help out some of the attractiveness here. Let's do it. I don't think it matters which way this rotates really. Tree bench there. Yeah, go ahead and build it. Do a light. I like to do some street lamps. I don't know why I always. These are the ones I do. Like Old Pirate Town, but that's it. That's the ones I do. Sometimes I'll do other ones too, but that's like the main ones that I'll use all over. Don't know why, but I love them. No, that's too expensive. That's +8 though. Can we spare a cloth? We could spare a cloth, I suppose. Do a flag. Let's post that, sure, over here. Actually, let's do it like, no, yes, we'll do this. I think I like, kinda like this one. And I'm gonna change where we're putting it. Actually, we're gonna put it. Let's put it right there. Do another street lamp. That'll go here. And slowly we'll start adding decorations to make the attractiveness better. As you can see, those are being affected by, well, I guess these, seriously? That can't be. But this doesn't affect, none of those affect, only these. Wow. Okay, I don't know about that. That's, I mean, look at that. That's definitely outside the circle, but okay. Whatever. It'll be fixed soon. Oh great, we already have one person with no clothing. That's fantastic. Hurry up and make more. Alright, let's go ahead and knock down one settler, put him over to Taylor, or one scrap collector. We can take a fisherman, put him on water. We have plenty of food, I think. What are we consuming? Yeah, we're consuming like 300 food, definitely. Whereas we're consuming like 500 water, yeah. Well, actually, 2. Yeah, there we go. Got lots of food stored, so that is good. Oh yeah, I guess they do work at the same time. As you can see, that moved to 4 in production instead of 2. However, Francesco's eating and drinking. So that's another thing. You know, settlers have leisure time. They just have like off time. They'll go hang out at the bus for now. Later on, there's like a pub and stuff like that. They go eat and drink. So yeah, you know, you got to make sure everything's. If things are too far away from each other, and you don't have kind of a little neighborhood set up, I guess, then not much work gets done because they spend so much time commuting, and you know, it takes them longer to get from home to work to leisure to eating and drinking and whatever. Yeah, I'm very aware that we do not have enough. Okay. Well, that's kind of good. That gave us a side task to do. We have 10 seasons to produce 2 carbon masks, which we are wanting to do very soon anyways. And we'll get 5 extra carbon masks from it. So we do already have the tailor's shop set up, which is good. And then we'll just get the Forester's Lodge up here pretty quickly. And then Once we have wood coming in, we can build a charcoal kiln and have coal production, and then make those advanced carbon masks. And we can already start. Let's get a road going out this way. That'll be going out to our Forester's Lodge. A charcoal kiln we can put probably here closer, but we'll put a Forester's Lodge. I suppose it doesn't really matter where you put it because you can move the work area, but I generally keep the work area right near the Forester's Lodge. I just kind of put it behind wherever I place the lodge at, so that they don't have to go very far, because wood is very heavy. They don't carry much wood at a time, so yeah, I mean, obviously they'll still have to transport it to other sites, but at least if you can have a stockpile at the Forester's Lodge, that's nice. And they don't have to move it too far to go, you know, once they harvest it. That adds up very quickly. So we are at least in the positive for clothing. So we barely caught that in time. It's not ideal clothing. It is the crappiest, cheapest ones, but very soon we will upgrade that. Very soon indeed. And good, they're working on those two piles, so those will be out of the way, and we can put in the Forester's Lodge, which costs, what does it cost? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. We can afford that pretty quickly. And then there will be the charcoal kiln. And of course, we're going to need a workshop soon. It is really cool, some of the detail they have in this game. You can zoom in pretty good. You can see these guys here doing their recycling, working on their stuff. This guy's got half the shift left, but there's actually animations in the buildings, you know, in the production buildings. You can actually watch them gathering the water. You can watch somebody fishing, you know. It just, the detail that they put in that they didn't really have to is kind of cool. I like that. And then sometimes I don't see anybody. Oh, there. You were upstairs. Okay. I was going to say sometimes you have ghosts who are workers, but... So to start out, your bus is where everybody comes... Well, if you haven't upgraded your bus, it's only food that's held there, not... They can't deposit water there. You have some water to start, but they'll go to the cistern or whatever water holding device you have, or building, I suppose. And they'll go there to drink, and then they'll go to the bus to go eat. As time goes on, we can put in food points and water points and markets and trading posts and all sorts of things that will expand those options, but one tiny little piece left. Is that even... I don't even see where that's... Okay. See. Alright, we'll go ahead and put down the Forester's Lodge. We'll get that started. And we can make it... Let's make it a little closer, yeah. I suppose... Kind of like, no, we'll put it, yeah, we'll do that. Do we have, we do, okay, good, we have enough to do that. Let's get that going ASAP. And I think at this point, I'm actually going to take these away. We will have, unfortunately, for the moment, we're going to have 0 free settlers, because we need people doing other things. That drought is right around the corner. So actually, let's take one from scrap and put. Actually, we can switch them. Get as much water production as we can in the last few moments here. Not as worried about fish because we have pretty good stores, and we're not eating as much as we're drinking apparently. And then next, after the drought, probably try and put in another water building here, another fishing hut, and then we may look at doing some farmland. We will see. I might actually do some farmland in here. I'm not sure, although it would be a better place to kind of put community buildings, which are going to help the attractiveness to the forum, where we can. Forums are good. They're expensive with all that metal, but it gives you side tasks you can do, and those can help. You'll get random rewards, or it'll help boost their confidence, their settlers' confidence, or all sorts of things. So it is good. Campfire is also good for boosting the confidence. There's a bunch of yeah, I mean, you definitely need the community things also, but that's kind of the second step, you know. First we're worried about like just survival, right? I mean, we gotta get the basics first, and the basics. I don't I'll do a charcoal count. Well, what if we did it there so it wasn't very far to take it? Very good. We'll do like that with the road. Excellent. So this will kind of move. Oh boy, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, more like that. There we go. And yes, cut down and reforest. As you can see there, you can just clear cut places. I mean, you can just say to cut down. You can also kind of cycle it, because there's just a reforest option too, so you can like cut down the whole area, pause the production of the building, you know, use up the wood as you need, reforest it, pause the building. So you can kind of do it in cycles or shifts if you like. I usually just leave it on cut down and reforest, and just have foresters employed the whole time, because otherwise I forget. Alright. Oh, 34 scrap and 12 metal. Alright, we can barely. Let's get this built now because we can for the moment. Oh boy, we're gonna need another recycler, I think. We can see. Well, we are doing better on protective gear though. I think I will go ahead and let's put a recycler down here. We'll obviously have to wait a little bit to get that built, but the drought is a good time since we only have fisheries, basically, or a fishing hut, and we have obviously a bunch of people employed carrying water as well, but since fishing is our main source of food, the drought is a good time to kind of focus on other resource gathering, you know, scraps and wood, and production as well, so that sometimes it's a thing to do too. You can kind of balance that, kind of have an extra workforce for production and for scavenging supplies during the drought times, because of course there will be no water to be got, no fish to be had, no nothing, because these will be drying up very soon. As you can see, drought will start at the beginning of season 8. We are almost there. Oh good, we had somebody else grow up. We have a couple more people right behind. Oh wow, a few more kids right behind. We have 12 kids. So we're going to get a population boom coming up, so we need to plan ahead. We're definitely going to keep that rolling. And yeah, tools will be right behind. And then hopefully we can get this built real quick too. As soon as that is done being built, I'm going to cut all the builders. There we go. We will do just one technician for now and one forester. You know what? Let's do 2. Let's just make sure we get ahead, because we'll have all these water carriers and that fisherman very soon to employ elsewhere. We can put them on scrap and lumber, I guess. There we go, season 8. So the drought is starting, and you'll see here that all the water will recede and will dry up. This guy's still trying to get some, but I don't know if he'll be able to. Oh, he did. Good job. So, like I had said about how there's a bit of a delay after the drought to get things replenished, there is also a bit of a delay for it to kick in. It's not just like, oh, drought, everything's empty, you know. It's kind of a natural progression, and it takes a little bit of time, which is cool. I like that they did things like that. And I leave, oh, there we go. I was just going to say I leave the water gathers there until it is gone, but it is gone now, and so, yep, you did end up getting some. I don't think you're going to get any, maybe. Yeah, some, okay, there's tiny little bits there, I guess. Wow, score. Okay, we got a few extra water. Wasn't planning on. So we'll put them there. We'll go with a couple of builders. We do have 2 homeless, so let's go ahead and build a house, I suppose. You know what? Oh, let's wait a second. Let's get enough scrap, and we're gonna get this recycler built, because we are almost out of. There we go. Almost out of metal, so we need that built to keep up with production. So what I do is to start out, I usually do 3. I won't start doing plastic quite yet, and I'll double up on. I'll keep like a metal and a cloth, and then I'll double up on one of the resources as I kind of need to keep more like stockpiles going. How are we doing here? We're doing okay. We need another 20 for 20 and 34. Okay. What's out of? Oh, the fishery, right? Yeah, no. I'm aware of that. Thank you. There we we'll do another forester. And then another refiner. And then we will need a charcoal burner soon. But we're gonna need... Oh, we are out of scrap there. Okay, excellent. Sheesh, okay. Try and get what's closest first. Another good reason to stockpile, you know. Because scrap, I mean, you always start with some like not too far away, but then obviously it's constant. I mean, your scrap gets further and further away. There's no replanting scrap, you know. The ponds come back, the trees can regrow. Scrap, yeah, you just got to keep finding it. You get, you know, it gets further and further and further away, so that becomes quite a nightmare. But for now, it'll be okay. For now, for the moment. We need 20 scrap and 34 wood, yeah. Yeesh, okay. Definitely gonna need to build these two houses, and we got, yeah, we're gonna have to build another one or two after that. Well, another one at least, really quickly. Yeah, not great on tools. We're doing better on clothing, so let's go ahead and take down one tailor. So we can hold off on some builders too for right now. Well, we'll go ahead and leave one builder to make the flag. That'll add some more desirability, get everybody's confidence up a bit more. And then how much is the campfire? Oh, 60. Oh man, that was like 25. Alright. So the other thing we could do is just do a task area for some wood. Maybe like right here. Get all that clear cut so that houses and buildings can go in there. Production buildings. And of course give us the wood that we need. Great. Yep. Already running into scrap issues today. Not good. But that's okay. We should be able to recover from this. Not too long. It shouldn't be too bad of a deal. Oh, actually, no. Well, oops. Do more like that so that we can actually, yeah, we'll do it there. Okay, good. Not out of scrap at the moment. Now you guys need to hurry up and hustle bustle and get some more scrap, because boy do we need it. Okay, I'll shift this to be kind of like that. And yeah, there's 800 and whatever, 87 nearby. Yeah, that just, it goes so quick. It's insane. It's always great to look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I've got a big old pile. I got thousands. Nah. Gone before you know it. I'm doing better for desirability, so that's good. making people a little happier. Also, things like food variety, having like the pub where you can build pills, where you can build drinks. You can make drinks and stuff. That will all help as well. Which time? We have 8.3 seasons left. Okay, good. Alright, that should be all the kids for now, right? Yeah, okay. A little break before we have some more adults. It might, well, I was gonna say it might be time to try and do a second scrapyard, but boy, I knew from the beginning scrap was gonna be, it's gonna be the tough thing. I guess we could do this to try and kind of double up. Just none over there. There's some there. It's kind of the same distance. That's all pretty far. Boy. Okay. Well, let's start with that pile. And then we're almost done with the drow. We did pretty good. We didn't go down too far on food or water. Whoops. So that's always good. Here's some people chopping down trees. Oh, there he is. Yep. There he goes. It's definitely been helpful. That boost of wood has been very helpful. Now we just need a little scrap boost, and then we'll be doing all right. So doing good on the cloth. All right, good. All right. Feeling a little better. And we do at least have a good stockpile of, you know, they're not great the next scarps, but there's at least a good stockpile so that that'll give us a little buffer zone so that we can get the charcoal kiln up and running, get it producing, and then get those advanced or the carbon masks going. If we could just get this scrap going, come on. Yeah, there we go. We got a couple people going out there. Good. It's times like this that I'm tempted to just fast forward it, and I always end up missing something. And it's just one of those things. It's like just one little thing needs to get missed or go wrong, and you just end up you know, like I said, it snowballs just so quick. It all just compounds on you, and it's like, you know, missed one little production cycle or scrap pile or something, and all, next thing you know, everyone's dying. It can be a brutal game, but it's really not too bad if you take your time, though. Got some boar there. We'll have to set up a hunting lodge too, I think. Maybe that can go over here. I don't remember how big they are. Let's see. Oh, yeah, way bigger than. Okay, never mind. Not happening. Can we put an orchard there? Oh, too small? I guess we 6 by 6. You can see, yeah. Turn green when you can do it. So maybe we'll do it up here. Maybe we'll do a little orchard. Does that leave 6? It does. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put the orchard by the people's houses. Because it looks nicer, I think. And then we'll do a farm field on the other side. So what do we have for seeds? We have beans and we have black salsify. Okay, so 2.8 seasons for 180. and 1.3 seasons for 108. Yeah, that's definitely a better deal. And do we have a fruit? Oh, dang. Pecans. I mean, pecans are fine. They produce food. As you can see, 116 per season. Yeah. So the orchards. So the regular plant fields. I mean, it's just per season. So you plant them, then you go. The orchards, you have to plant them, then they have a growing time, and then they'll produce food for so long, and then it takes some time to regrow, obviously. And the pecans are fine because those will give us food, like I said, but it is nice if you can get some of the fruit, because that you can build a pub and you can make liquor out of it, which will increase everybody's happiness because liquor makes people happy. And there we go, our water's coming back now, so we can go ahead and put everyone on water duty real quick. And then a couple of people on fishing duty. Try and keep a builder for the roads and maintenance and whatever. If you have to repair, then we'll try and keep one settler. Oh boy, okay, we have a little bit of time to wait. I'm going to plant these fairly quickly. Although, I think charcoal will be next. We'll do charcoal. We'll get that built. And then we'll get it going, get production going so that we can do those carbon masks, and then we will plant the crops, which I should have done now, because look at that. Look at that moisture. Maybe I will switch some people over. I guess the technician, just to at least get the fields planted. Also, it seems that farmers will just work to either plant or harvest fields, and then once they're done, they'll kind of be like a settler. They'll like go do whatever needs to be done. It seems like, I'm not positive, but that's what it seems like every time I play. So and then we need to get the herbalist hut and the gatherer's cabin as well. Alright, can fit there nicely. That would be good. Oh, whoops. Put that there. And the herbal hut. Which could, yeah, I could just go right there with it, kinda. Why not? Wow, that's only 4. I've never made a 6x6. I was making bigger. That's only 4 pecan trees, huh? Okay. So yeah, as you can see, so now she's transferring resources. So she's just kind of acting like a regular extra settler. So that is one nice thing. You can keep, farmers employed. And now, if you do real big plots, it takes them a long time to plant. But these are the smallest possible, so one person doesn't take too long. Alright, get some scrap on over there. Dang it. I forgot I was going to put a cistern down here. That would fit perfectly. Maybe I should... yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to put the flag on the other side. One nice thing, you do get some resources back usually when you demolish things. Are you not the... no? Who's coming to take this thing down? Hurry up. So it'll demolish. They'll come. The construction worker will come tear this down, and then there'll just be a little pile of resources that they'll then take. I don't think you get all of them back. I don't know what like percentage it is or anything. As you can see, we got some food, pork in there. Oh, good. Charcoal kiln's almost. Oh, that's why, because I only have one construction worker, huh? Yep, one builder. And they are busy building a charcoal kiln, so now they can go and deconstruct that. Boy, oh boy. Oh, that's why we were running out of water. I didn't start. That's why I'd never do that. Forget about the pauses. Oh boy. Doesn't matter how many people you have working when the building's closed, does it? Alright. Just wondering why we kept going down on water. We should have been on the way back up. Now we will be. There's. Oh, no? 0 resources back? Okay, well, I thought I got some, but apparently not. And then rain, yeah, we need plastic for both of those, right? Yeah, okay. Not too worried about that right now. A well, yeah, we can build that soon-ish. Oh, we need a charcoal worker. Let's, charcoal burner. So now we're getting to that point where we just really, like, need some more people to be grown up. But luckily we are very close. We're about to have a big old influx of people. Hopefully, yeah, good. Okay, they're hustling on that water, so that's good. That's what I was gonna say. Is hopefully we get that situation taken care of kind of quickly. But that, yeah, won't be too bad. There we go. Let's stay happy, huh? Now the water's on its way back up. Doing much better. Staying about even on tools. Once we get a little bit of a stockpile of charcoal, we'll switch this over. Yeah. Just charcoal and cloth. Yeah, low on food too now, huh? Okay. Well, guess they can both go to fishing. That is one good reason to have planted crops as well, though, because your farmers can't be used as, like I said, just kind of the extra settlers whenever they're not currently working or not harvesting or planting. And it is just an extra little kind of bonus when you get when you harvest a crop. You just get an extra little influx of food, which is nice. So you can keep kind of your steady production with fisheries and hunting lodges and stuff, and then every now and then you'll just get a little added bonus, which will just help. Alright, let's really one scrap short. That's obnoxious. A whole trip just for one scrap, huh? Okay. We definitely will build at least 2 cabins. We're gonna need more, obviously, very quickly. So we have 9 people that do not have a place to live at the moment. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Let's see. What do we need for... I already forgot for the hunting lodge. Oh, 18. Oh, that's not bad. It was just that it was so big. We can fit over here, no? Yes. Very good. Alright, well, 2 more adults fairly soon. Oh, that'll be good. We'll be fairly well balanced at that point, I think. And wait for them to grow up. Give them some jobs, and then I think that will probably be it for tonight. So that'll be kind of our stopping point. Alright, we can also switch this over so we can get that side task accomplished, which will help get us back on track with the clothing, tools. We need a little boost, but we're doing okay. Hey, there we go. Every little bit helps. Then we'll do this as kind of a nice little garden park area or something. Alright. That one more adult. And I think, yeah, we'll do this. Oh good, those are almost ready. So as you can see, we're about ready to harvest our first beans, which take however long, a little over a season, right? One and a third. And Yeah, our trees haven't even grown up yet. They're still wee little saplings. Look like bushes. But the orchards are nice because you don't have to keep replanting them. You know, they last for a long time, and you can just harvest and every now and then and be done with it. Alright, should we get coal in? Oh, we already have some. Excellent. Cloth is coming in then, I guess. Yep, there we go, and we're starting production on those. Activated carbon mass. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see. Alright, well, our last little weein has grown up. So, well, we'll let that finish building, and then I think we're gonna call it good for there. We'll save it, we'll pause it, and we will continue on next time. We really need to start getting, well, we need to get our basic infrastructure first, you know, but in order to accomplish the actual campaign missions, we need to set up an exploration post, probably a research facility too, or an expedition outpost, I think it's called. Let's see, one of these guys, expedition station. So we're gonna need to do that in order to launch expeditions with our survivors, and they will go to various places such as this here. Interesting locations that can be found around the map. So we're gonna have to go explore those places, send out some expeditions in order to find more seeds, and continue on in this campaign and whooping this guy's little booty. I already forgot his name. Arthur something? Maybe, I don't know. He was quite full of himself, but we'll see about that. We'll see if we don't have the last laugh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save it there. Just starting. We've done more than just start, but it's been a pretty good start. Alright, well, thank you all for joining, for watching, for attending, for whatever you did. And yeah, we'll pick this up again next time. See what we can get done. Alright, thank you all. We will see you later.